Hey, what's up guys? It's been a long time, but it's okay because I'm back. So today I'm gonna be answering a question about parchment paper. Is this kind of paper good for origami? That's what we're gonna find out. So we all know that parchment paper, it's a paper for cooking, right? So you guys probably all have it in the kitchen or something somewhere. Surely gonna be there somewhere. But the question is, can you use this, and is the paper good for origami? And that's what I'm gonna be answering today. So first of all, I want you to know that it's bigger than the printing paper that you normally have or buy, and it's also thinner, and I'd say more solid as well. So as you can see, as soon as I fold it, it's really like smooth and clean, and you can really see that it's not gonna let go. The fold like holds on there. And that's why I'm gonna show you a few of the examples. So for example, I've made a Dilophosaurus in a normal printing paper, and this is the result. So it's pretty small. It was hard to detail the toes and the claws, and especially the neck, because there's a lot of layers. If you're using the printing paper, you can feel that it's really hard to fold when you're folding some complex origami. But with the parchment paper, I got a bigger and better and more detailed version of this. So basically, I didn't even add glue. Like, I just made it like this. This one, I had to add glue to make it look like this. But this one, which is made out of parchment paper, looks a lot better because, first of all, the paper is a lot thinner, and then you can see you can make more folds at the neck. With the printing paper, I wasn't able to do that because there was a lot of layers in between this. And also, you can see that the fingers, they're really well made. And also the head. I still didn't really shape the head, but I guess I can leave it like that. And also, you can really feel, when you're using parchment paper, you can really feel that it's a lot thinner than printing paper once you finish the complex model or so. And I'll show you another example, which is a ridiculous different. So it's an eagle. I'll take this off. And this one, yeah, not that kind of good. I mean, there was a lot of layers. Like, I can't even finish the whole model. Like, look at the feet. It's just horrible. But because I used the normal printing paper. But at least the wings aren't that bad, if you know what I mean. And just look at the result with the parchment paper. It's just insane. You can see that all the layers are folded together, and the legs are a lot better shaped with actually pretty cool claws. And the wings are really big. You can really see the size comparison between these. So basically, this one, I did add some glue to make it like really solid, and then it's not gonna unfold anywhere. And it just turns out super, super cool. And one of the most appreciated origami out there is the Indominus Rex. So basically, this one is made out of 4 printing paper that I glued together. Well, not really glue, because I used Scotch tape. And you can see that there's a lot of layers that is like where the paper actually ripped, as you can see, which is really bad, I guess, because this was like a few years ago. Then you can see that the claws, they're not the best, but I guess they're still okay. And yeah, I just added these for detail. But after all, it's not, I'd say it's not the best model that I've made. But on the other hand, with the parchment paper, look at the result. It's just insane, right? I mean, it is smaller because for printing paper together is bigger than the parchment paper. I did by accident made the teeth too big, if you know what I mean, like the lower jaw part, but the upper jaw is like all perfect. You can see the eye. There's like these things, and also the spikes down here. They're really good. They're really like perfect. And also, I added a wire to make it curve, to make it have this shape, and you can see that it did not break, like didn't rip. And also, I think the only bad side about this model, it's here because you don't really get to see it like that well. But I guess that's kind of okay because the claws are really detailed. Let me just try to get a focus. Also the toes. And it can also stand perfectly like that, as you can see. And I'm not sure if this one can stand. That's it. It's actually, no, it could. Here, let me show you. It can barely stand because, and it's like super, it's not solid at all. And one of the last example is the seal of Isis. And just to tell you, I love dinosaurs. That's why I show a lot of dinosaurs. And this one is from Kamiya Satoshi. I use printing paper to make this. It wasn't that hard because it barely reached 100 steps. And oh my god, look at the size difference. It's basically half the size. But the thing is that though it barely reaches 100 step, I guess using a printing paper would be okay because there's not much part that is like really hard to make. And the one of parchment paper can also stand. And I don't know about this one. Oh, it can also. So would you look at that? That's great. And also I added just a little detail to the mouth. You can just pull out one of the extra layers inside. Really not that hard. Now for the last example, obviously we have another dinosaur. One of the biggest, Spino. So this dinosaur is, well, the biggest carnivore known. As you can see, this one is with a printing paper. But I will admit this one looks better than that one. Just that it's kind of heavier because printing paper is definitely heavier than parchment paper. And the shape, I love it. But you can see some parts are, they're ripped, as you can see. Also here. But after all, it looks, it's a perfect model. And then I really love it. Now for the parchment paper one, I still didn't shape the spines at the back. That's okay. And it's really not that hard. Just try to make some curves back. But this one, as you can see, there was nowhere there was like ripped paper or anything. It's all like perfect. So I want to kind of adjust the spine at the back. And just to tell you, this is all used. I did this all with parchment paper. Yes, this paper. And it does look better. Guess I can make it better, but not now. But anyways, you can see that I still didn't really finish shaping the legs. I mean the toes, because you can see that it's like all flat and everything. But I did something with the hands. This looks pretty cool. On the head, there's just something a bit wrong that I'm gonna figure out later. So, and there's also a last thing I want to show you. It's a it's a pterodactyl or something. It's a Quetzalcoatlus. I don't know the name, but you get the point. So basically, it's a flying dinosaur, and it can also stand. Oh, it can't. Well, it was standing the other time. Yes, as you can see, it's actually pretty cool. I really wanted the neck to twist to make it look like this. You can see these are the wings. So I'll put this like this. Like this, I'll make sure the head. That's what I always do. And these are all the origami I showed to you today. And I would say parchment paper, it's a good paper for origami because it does not break and it's really thin, and it's also pretty big for like intermediate origami. But once you get to complex origami, you really gonna have to try to use tissue foil. But I folded like the Indominus Rex and the Spinosaurus as complex models just to show you how they will turn out to be, because I don't actually have tissue foil at home, so I only use before I always use printing paper. Now I start to use parchment paper. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.